first thing you need to do is fill out the first 2 sections. Now these are going to be completed by you, the candidate, and it should include your first ideas for the topic and your first ideas for research and the development. So really you need to complete this before you have a chat with staff, and perhaps it gives you an idea and helps you narrow down if you're interested in more than one thing. So in this case, the student is looking at driver's performance in the Grand Prix and how technology advances it. Then you'll have a meeting with your supervisor and have a chat about your initial ideas, and they'll discuss your ideas with you, and it'll be a really good idea for you to take notes in this session. So if you have one of your little green books that you've been given out, please do it in there. Then you must write up your supervisor's comments and advice. So this is done by you about what you've been told by your supervisor. Really, the whole purpose of this is for your supervisor to offer advice, not to instruct you exactly what to do. So remember that it's your question. Then you fill out the next section, which talks about changes, clarifications or additions that you've made as a result of that chat with your supervisor. So you're responding to the advice that you've been given. And really this is to show that it's a conversation that needs to be had between yourself and the supervisor. You then move on and start having a look at proposal part A. Now in part A, the first thing you need to do is come up with a title. The title of your project, and really the question format, unless of course it's a practical extended project that you're doing, is likely to include the words either how far or to what extent, or perhaps a quote which you're then going to discuss. Though it's not in every case, but you must try and be aware that a debate or analysis is needed. So description is not really good enough. Now you might need a little bit of help with this section. Then you provide a brief outline based on what you're going to do. So think about what research you're going to do. So think about websites you might visit, videos, newspapers or books, any magazines, any journals. Now really we need specific examples to show that you've already started in your initial research. Then the next section is a little bit more easier to fill in. Because you need to say why this particular area is of personal interest to you. So do you want to study at university? Do you want to get on an apprenticeship? Why are you interested in this topic? So in this case, the girl wants to go and study automotive engineering, and that's the purpose of it. Finally, your proposed action. So what do you intend to do? There might be a little bit of overlap between this and the previous box, but really it's just to say why you want to do it. Then underneath it, you just give examples of the courses that you're currently doing, and that's really to check that there's no overlap in your course and your question. Proposal part B is then filled in by your supervisor. So you'd email your form to your supervisor and they would fill out the following section. And really this is for your supervisor to comment on the clarity and focus of the question, the suitability of it, to check that the project is feasible, and to outline how it meets the assessment objectives of the project, of the qualification. And really this is just to show that you've had the discussion and that it is a question that you will be able to do. And really, again, it sort of helps you think about where you're going to take your study. Part C is filled in and checked again by another supervisor, usually the head supervisor overseeing the EPQ qualification. And really, the centre, the person who's in charge, will add in their comments just to check that it is feasible. And again, really, having this double check ensures that you will be successful in having your project submitted.
I'm the cat with the bass and drum going around like bum bum bum. I'm the cat with the bass and drum going around like bum bum bum. What's grooving? I'm moving. I like your style of lumping. How charming, just a rapper. Load him up and eat that snapper. I was 16 pints of rum and